This paper is called Industrial Relations, IR, Industrial Relations. In one industry, who are mainly people working? One is the employer, the owner, who is the owner of the organization, ସେ ମାଲିକ, ଯେ କାମ କରୁଛନ୍ତି। ତାପରେ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଅଛି ଏମ୍ପ୍ଲୟୀ, ଯେଉଁମାନେ କାମ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ମାନେ ଯେଉଁମାନେ ତାଙ୍କ ଅଧୀନରେ କାମ କରୁଛନ୍ତି। ସେ କାମ କରାଉଛନ୍ତି, ସେ କାମ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ଏମ୍ପ୍ଲୟର ଆଣ୍ଡ ଏମ୍ପ୍ଲୟୀ। ତା ଛଡ଼ା ଆଉ କିଛି ଲୋକ ଇଣ୍ଡଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ସହିତ ଜଡ଼ିତ। ହୁ ଆର୍ ଦେ? They are like court, different judicial section, government, all these people. So relations between all these people, even public, all the stakeholder who are impacted by the industry. And the relation between all these people is called industrial relationship, IR. To make a good relations, healthy relations, there are so many organizations, so many unions, so many sangha. But those things we discussed, and in your screen, what I am showing, they are different trade union, different association consisting of all the employee, employer, specific employee. So when an association is going to create, there are different factors, different criteria, how that is happening, that is created. So for example, one criteria is the skill, talent. Based on the skills, people are making association based on the nature of work, time, region. So there are so many factors where people are making association, unions, and that unions is accepted by the employee and employer. This thing we discuss characteristics of trade and what are the characteristics. The first thing we understood, it is an association. It is a group of people forming a union. Association made voluntary. No one is forcibly asking to join. So everything is voluntary. Joining and leaving is voluntary. Permanent. That going concern concerned we discussed. If a member is going to die, the association is not going to die. It will continue. Even if the members are died. So the permanent characteristics is also there with trade union. Then shared interest, the the benefits given to one member is actually shared with other member. Members of trade unions come together over issues such as job security, better salary, and so these are the issues, these are the concerns are shared between multiple members. So the union is not working for one member. This is the characteristics, features, or advantages. What how you look at it. So you can write and elaborate that group action. When a single employee complained about the particular management decision, the trade union will take to help resolve the issue. Group action means when a group is complaining, a group is bargaining, then it has more power, more strength than one person. ତମେ ଯଦି ନିଜେ ଜଣେ କହୁଛ ଝଗଡ଼ା କରୁଛ ତମେ ଚାରି ଜଣଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ଚାରି ଜଣଙ୍କ ବିହେଭିୟର ଜଣେ କହୁଛ then it has different weightage, different attention if a group is complaining. So there is a group action involved in trade union. So these are the main characteristics or advantages you can think. Another thing we discussed the functions, the advantages, the role of the trade union, what are the responsibility, what trade union is doing for its members, for the society, for the company itself, for the union itself, for the organization itself. So you can categorize into four things. What trade union doing for its own organization, what trade union doing for members, for the society, and what trade union doing for its union. So based on the four category, you can write some point. So these are the roles and functions or responsibility of trade union. We also thought of to discuss the trend in India. What is the trend in recruitment policy, employee policy, and the trade union? So you look at the industrialization. There are so many industries, so many companies in India, and once you have all this country, there will be a lot of people working here and there, going abroad. So based on all these things, there will be different impact, different input given from the different company, different organization, which will discuss how it is impacting the overall recruitment policy in the industry and the workforce. Because nowadays there are so many people available, so many companies, people are working here and there. So we'll discuss what are the impact affecting the trend of employment, trend of human resource, HR policy or HRMS. Moving from ethical relativism to global value. So that means what? So if you are an employee, you have been work in India. So tomorrow you may go to a different country. So while staying in India, you can work from a different country or you can move to a different country. So if that is the situation, the culture will be different, the value system will be different. What is there, what is not there. Moving from ethical to relativism of global value. What you are behaving, working, how you are working in India, maybe there is a different culture in different country where you are working. So if you don't understand, then there will be a different style in working, different approach in working. So that is the cultural difference, the value difference from the parent country to the host country. Corporate diversity, because there are diversity. Diversity means it is again same different culture, or different type of people, different, suppose you are working and in your department there are so many girls are working, so many minorities are working, different religions are working, people are working, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, so there are 99% Hindu, let's say, 0.1% Muslim. So that, that will impact the workforce. So workforce diversity means when people are working different culture, different types of people working in the different culture, different atmosphere, multi-generational workforce. You have seen some team, there will be people from the age of 60, there will be people from age of 30 or 40, there will be people from age of 30, 25. So people are in different generation. In some company, you will be working, your father will be working, your grandfather will be working. So here there are three different generations. Your generation, your father generation, your grandfather generation. Three different generation working in the same factory. Maybe the nature of work will be different, but working in the same factory. So in that case, you will having, so when you are seeing that same generation people are working in, or different generation people are working in different job, so maybe the nature of work is different, but there will be a lot of differences in their thought process, in their working style, how they are working, what they are, in their learning appetite. There are so many differences between the people from different generation. That is one trend or one change happening or coming. Training and development. So people are eager to learn. The company is giving training to different people. Manager and protected from career development risk, re-entry problem, and culture shock. To balance the pros and cons at home country and host country, evaluation, performance evaluation, and combine the two sources of appraisal information. So when you are having this situation where people are working based on their skills and also people are working based on their other effect, other impact, like they have a change in diversity, they have a change in generation. So people are working from multiple generation, multiple diversity, different skills. So there will be a lot of challenges appearing or coming. So one has to understand what are the challenges, what are the workforce diversity coming in the way. In order to balance this, balance To balance the pros and cons of home country and host country evaluation, performance evaluation are combined to source appraisal information. So all these aspects, there will be disadvantages and advantages. Suppose you will be working from this country to different, there will be advantages, there will be disadvantages. So similarly, you will have a different overview on industrial relations in our country. India was predominantly an agricultural country till independence in 1947. Even after independence, the first 5-year plan, 1951, the first five-year plan implemented, 1951 to 1956. And the emphasis agriculture with the second 5-year plan, 1956 to 1961. There was a shift towards heavy industrialization. Over the year, the independence of the performance of the industrial sector has over to 20 million countries continues to live industrial policies followed in India. Too much government or business and industry and vice versa. Eventually, both documents and counterproductive to the conduct of the state affairs, as also the industry and the governments. Workers and owners and consumers and the commodity. In India, this is a trend before independence and after independence. Pre-independence and historic independence and post-independence. So there are different plans, 5-year plans, 1951, 1956. All these things, all the 5-year plans happened after independence, post-independence. Before that, there will be no plan as such, but there are different aspects where industry growth or industry relations or industry all the activity in the industry, production, sales, everything was monitored and in a different way. There won't be any government intervention, there won't be much government intervention. The 5-year plans from Indian government came only after independence. Before that, maybe British time, there will be different way or to manage the industry. Emerging trend, we understood few things. How a person is working in different country from the home country, and the culture is different and the working is different. Suppose for example ତମେ ଏଠି 9ଟା ବେଳେ କି 10ଟା ବେଳେ କାମ କରୁଛ 10ଟାରୁ 6ଟା ସେଠି କିନ୍ତୁ ଅଲଗା କଣ୍ଟ୍ରିରେ early morning ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି ମାନେ 7ଟା ବେଳେ ତମେ କାମ କରିବ. You are actually working 3 hours before. Similarly, so all these things, that is one example where you have differences between the employment country and the home country, and this information is actually understood by different organization, different mechanism, and you are seeing the different production unit and different sales unit. So they are actually working and operating in different inputs. Suppose for example your host country is different, your parent country is different. So your culture is different, your food habit is different, your working style is different. So when you are working in that situation, the way you are working, maybe the people in your host country will not understand. They will have something else in mind. So all these things you have to take care. Then we'll continue this with different to understand the different pros and cons of industrial relationship, and along with that we'll start understanding different organization, international level organization, national level organization, how they are impacting or influencing the industrial relationship laws and act. There are act where you can have detail. Maybe you can download the act from the Google app, then you can read it, understand it. Today we'll not discuss more, and next class we'll continue to discuss the other activities, or other details like the different manpower, different interview technique is maybe not related to production but related to our work, which includes production. So once you have all these things, then we can discuss that and understand what are the what are the important features of industrial relations. Thank you.